Hey there, and warmly welcome to This Explainer. I'm really honored to be speaking with you today on behalf of the American Wellness Center, located right here in the heart of Dubai Healthcare City. You know, every single day at our clinic, we witness the absolute immense courage it takes to walk the path of recovery from substance dependence. We understand, on a deeply intimate level, that this journey isn't just about stopping a bad habit. It's about reclaiming your entire life. So today we want to share our clinical philosophy and our therapeutic methods with you. Our goal is to empower you with the knowledge that you absolutely do not have to fight this battle alone. And more importantly, true, lasting healing is entirely within your reach.
So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover the reality of recovery, look at how we rebalance the brain, discuss who can actually benefit from this, outline exactly what to expect, and finally, walk through our integrated care approach. We've got a very clear clinical method to support your long-term healing. So let's dive right in.
All right, Section 1, the reality of recovery and shifting the paradigm. At the American Wellness Center, our very first core philosophy is completely destigmatizing the early stages of addiction recovery. We really have to tackle this massive, universal question right out of the gate. Is recovery just a matter of willpower? Man, we hear this almost every single day. Patients sit across from our clinicians, utterly exhausted, carrying this deep, heavy sense of shame because they feel like they're just failing, despite giving it absolutely everything they have. They constantly ask themselves, why can't I just power through this?
Well, the crucial answer is no. It is absolutely not a matter of willpower. It's actually about helping the brain heal from the profound physiological changes caused by substance use. In our experience at American Wellness Center, shifting this perspective is usually the first major, real breakthrough for the people we support. When you finally realize that you aren't fighting some moral failing, but rather you're managing a complex medical healing process, that heavy burden of shame really begins to lift.
You see, there's often this massive disconnect between what we feel and what is actually happening physically. Clients come to us dealing with what look like purely behavioral challenges, right? Intense mood swings, zero motivation, severe sleep problems after detox, and this constant paralyzing fear of relapse. But actually, scratch that. These aren't just personality flaws. They are glaring physical signs of a brain in desperate need of rebalancing. And a brain-based challenge requires a brain-based solution. We're talking about targeted stimulation to regulate the prefrontal cortex. Which brings us to Section 2, rebalancing the brain. Let's look at the specific scientific tool we utilize at our Dubai Healthcare City facility to address these exact challenges.
The technology we use is called transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS for short. This is a totally safe, FDA-cleared technology that uses precise magnetic fields to gently stimulate nerve cells in the brain. Now, it's widely known for improving symptoms of depression, but it also does wonders to regulate the brain's reward pathways. Think of your brain's prefrontal cortex as your internal steering wheel and brakes, okay? It controls your decision-making, your impulse control, your self-regulation. Well, substance use severely weakens those brakes. TMS literally, physically supports and strengthens that exact area of the brain.
Now, we believe in absolute transparency with our care. While TMS isn't currently FDA approved specifically for addiction treatment, it's considered an off-label approach. Early research and, honestly, our own consistent clinical outcomes show tremendous promise. We use it as a highly powerful complementary tool right alongside our traditional therapy and rehabilitation programs. It provides that extra critical layer of neurobiological support to help significantly reduce those persistent cravings.
Moving on to Section 3, who can benefit? Let's talk about the specific profiles of the patients we successfully support every single day with compassionate care here in Dubai.
We've designed this service for adults in recovery from alcohol, nicotine, or drug dependence who are still struggling with frustrating urges or relapse triggers. But I really want to draw your attention to the unique environment of Dubai. We work with so many expats who are managing extreme stress, loneliness, or just the complex cultural adjustments of living abroad, which, let's face it, can heavily impact recovery. We also cater to high-level professionals who require a highly discreet, absolutely non-judgmental environment. Plus, for clients who strongly prefer a medication-free option to support their ongoing wellness, TMS is an incredibly effective alternative.
Okay, Section 4, what to expect. Let's look at the tangible, real-world outcomes our patients experience when we integrate this technology into their personalized care plans. What we consistently see with the patients we support is just a profound sense of relief and newly found stability. They report a noticeable reduction in both the intensity and the frequency of their cravings. And because their prefrontal cortex is being physically supported, they experience improved focus and much better emotional regulation. This naturally leads to greater motivation to maintain their sobriety, alongside better sleep and way higher energy levels. Ultimately, it gives them a much stronger sense of control. It literally takes the white-knuckle gripping out of recovery, making their healing stronger, steadier, and highly sustainable.
And finally, Section 5, our integrated care approach. This is what we proudly call the American Wellness Center difference, and exactly why choosing a holistic approach gives you such a unique advantage for long-term sobriety.
Since we first opened our doors back in 2016, our multidisciplinary facility has been a highly trusted home for ethical, evidence-based, and deeply compassionate care. We've had the absolute privilege of supporting thousands of patients of all ages through some of the most difficult chapters of their lives.
And we certainly don't do this alone. We are so proud to lead a dynamic team of over 59 highly qualified, Western-trained clinicians. Because our clinic spans an array of 20 different medical and mental health specialties, you aren't just getting a single, isolated treatment. You are being supported by an entire comprehensive healthcare ecosystem.
To help lower any anxiety you might have about seeking help, we want to totally demystify the exact patient journey for you. Step 1 is always a thorough, completely confidential psychiatric evaluation to assess your readiness and your goals. Step 2 is the targeted brain stimulation itself, zeroing right in on those impulse control centers. Step 3 is absolutely crucial, integration with therapy. TMS is not a magic wand that replaces doing the psychological work, right? So we seamlessly combine it with cognitive behavioral therapy or relapse prevention counseling. And step 4 is ongoing progress monitoring, making sure we are tracking your mood and your cravings every single step of the way.
I really want to reassure you that you are in the hands of absolute elite experts here. Our board-certified psychiatrists, including Dr. Mohammed S. Tahir, Dr. Mohammed Nurul Momen, and Dr. Mustaq Siddique, bring world-class training in both advanced TMS technology and complex addiction recovery. They perfectly bridge that gap between cutting-edge neurological science and deep, empathetic psychological support.
At the American Wellness Center, our core belief is that every single person deserves not just to merely survive their day-to-day existence, but to truly thrive. You deserve a life filled with joy, balance, resilience, and genuine peace of mind. So, I want to leave you with this final vital question to think about. What is your first step toward lasting recovery? You really do not have to carry this weight on your own, and you certainly don't have to rely on willpower alone when there is amazing medical science ready to assist you. We invite you to book a confidential assessment with one of our specialists. Reach out to the American Wellness Center today, and let's start building a stronger, steadier future together. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep growing, and please take care of yourselves.